under very strange circumstances, but this is but this is a situation where the whole league, Cory Perry had his pick of the litter, and he chose to go to L.A.
Yeah, now
Cory Perry just made one of the boldest moves in hockey at 40 years old. It happened fast, a brand new team, a big goal. He says this could be the most important time of his career. He's been to 6 finals. He lost 5 of them. But now, something's different. This week, he spoke out, and what he said surprised everyone.
I just want to win. And I think if, knowing me, that's been my motto the whole time is I want to win. And
on July 1st, 2025, Cory Perry signed a 1-year contract with the Los Angeles Kings. He is now 40 years old. The contract is worth $2 million. It also includes $2 million more in bonus money. This information comes from NHL.com. In the last season, Perry played for the Edmonton Oilers. He scored 19 goals and 11 assists. That gave him 30 points in 81 regular season games. In the playoffs, he played 22 games and had 14 points. He scored 10 goals and 4 assists. Perry has played hockey in the NHL for 20 seasons. He played in 1,392 regular season games. He has scored 935 points in those games. That includes 448 goals and 487 assists. He has also played in 237 playoff games. He scored 64 goals and 77 assists in the playoffs. That's 141 playoff points. He has been to 6 Stanley Cup Finals. He lost 5 of them. He is the only player in NHL history to score a goal in the final with 5 different teams. That quote came from an interview. In that same interview, he said the move to Los Angeles happened fast. It came about pretty quickly, he said. It was tough leaving Edmonton, but it's a new chapter and I look forward to it. Perry said he still feels ready. He said he still wants to compete every day. His words were, "I still have that drive and competitiveness and that will to go to the rink every day." He also talked about his son. Perry said, "My kid sees what's going on. To do it for him would be pretty special." This is not the first time Perry left a team after a Stanley Cup final. He has done it many times. But this time is different. The Kings gave him a chance even though he is 40. They also signed 4 other older players. These are Cody Ceci, Brian Dumoulin, Joel Armia, and Anton Forsberg. These moves were led by Ken Holland. He used to be the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. Now he is working with the Kings. He was the one who brought Perry to Edmonton. Now he is bringing him to Los Angeles. The Kings have not won a playoff round since 2015. That is 10 years ago. They are hoping players like Perry can help change that. Perry has more playoff experience than most NHL players. He has played more playoff games than almost anyone. In Edmonton, Perry was a leader. He scored big goals. He also helped his teammates. His teammate Adam Henrique said Perry was one of the most important players during their cup run. Perry said he is not finished yet. "One day, they're going to have to cut the skates off me," he told NHL.com. That means he wants to keep playing until he can't anymore. This is the 6th team Perry has played for in the last 7 years. He has been to the final with almost every one of them. He only won the cup once, with Anaheim in 2007. But he said he wants to win it again. That is his goal with the Kings. He said, "It's what I want to do. Lift it one more time." Now he will try again, this time in Los Angeles. Perry's past awards include the Hart Trophy in 2011. That year, he scored 50 goals. He was one of the best players in the league. Over time, he became known for more than just scoring. He became known for being tough and fearless, and even now, he plays over 80 games in a season. In the Kings announcement, Perry said, "I'm just going to let my play speak and go from there. I've got to get them on my side and go from there." That was a message to Kings fans. He wants to prove himself to them. Last season, he proved he could still score. He also proved he could still lead. He scored in all 4 playoff rounds. That includes the Stanley Cup Final. He is one of the only players ever to do that with 5 different teams. He has also played for Team Canada in the Olympics and World Championships. He has won gold medals at both. This deal with the Kings may be his last NHL contract, but Perry says he is not done yet. He said that hunger is still there. He also said, "I still have something left." If he scores again in the final, he will set another NHL record. If he wins, it will be his second Stanley Cup, almost 20 years after his first. The Kings are not favorites to win, but they believe in Perry. That is why they signed him, even at 40. He wants one more shot, one more cup, one more chance to prove he still belongs. The Kings now have that chance too.
Cory Perry is going to
the same age.
is going to the LA Kings. He's going to be signing there. That's interesting for a lot of reasons. His time with Anaheim, his time with Edmonton. He's going back to play for a team that he annoyed for years and years. And also Dan Vladar, late of the Calgary Flames, is going to Philadelphia. That's a 2-year, $3.35 million AAV contract.
Just one day changed everything for the Los Angeles Kings. A 40-year-old NHL legend signed a new deal that shocked fans, coaches, and even other teams. He's played over 1,300 games and scored nearly 1,000 points. He's been to the Stanley Cup Final 5 times. Now he's on a new team, and this move could change the Kings forever.
The Kings are doing good things. It's just, again, have you done enough to beat the Oilers?
On July 1st, 2025, the Los Angeles Kings signed Cory Perry. He is a professional hockey player. He is 40 years old. He signed a 1-year contract for $3.5 million. Cory Perry is one of the most well-known players in hockey. He has played 1,392 NHL games. He scored 448 goals and got 487 assists. That is a total of 935 points. He is one of the top active players in the NHL today. He started his NHL career with the Anaheim Ducks. He won the Stanley Cup in 2007 with that team. He was also picked for the NHL All-Star Game 4 times, in 2008, 2011, 2012, and 2016. Last season, Perry played for the Edmonton Oilers. In the regular season, he played 81 games. He scored 19 goals and had 11 assists, making 30 points. In the playoffs, he played 22 games and scored 14 points. The Oilers made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Final. That was the 5th time in 6 years that Perry made it to the final. That is something very few players have done. He also made NHL history. He became the first player ever to score goals in the playoffs at age 39. Before that, the oldest player to do that was Jean Beliveau. Perry also became the first player to go to the Stanley Cup Final with 5 different teams, but he also lost in 4 of those finals with 4 different teams. That is also an NHL record. The Kings said they signed Perry to help their team in the playoffs. They wanted someone who has been in big games and knows how to win. Perry has that kind of experience. The Kings didn't just sign Perry, they also signed 4 other players to help their team. They signed Joel Armia, who has played 586 games and scored 207 points. He got a 2-year contract worth $5 million. They signed Brian Dumoulin, a defenseman who has won the Stanley Cup 2 times. He got a 3-year contract for $12 million. They signed Cody Ceci, another defenseman. He got a 4-year deal worth $18 million. Last season, he played 85 games and got 24 points. They signed Anton Forsberg, a goalie. He signed a 2-year deal for $4.5 million. Last season, his save percentage was .904. All 5 players signed contracts on the same day. The Kings' new general manager, Ken Holland, helped make these moves. He is new to the team. Before this, he was the GM for the Detroit Red Wings and Edmonton Oilers. These signings show that the Kings want to win now. They are building a team with players who have played in big games before. Cory Perry talked about joining the Kings. He said, "It's who I am. One day, they're going to have to cut the skates off me." He also said, "I'm just going to let my play speak and go from there. I've got to get them on my side and go from there." This means he still wants to play hard. He knows he is older than most players, but he wants to help his team win. In the past 2 years, the Edmonton Oilers beat the Kings in the playoffs. Perry played for the Oilers during those games. Now he's going to be wearing the Kings jersey. That will be something fans will remember. Perry has played in 237 playoff games. Only 2 players in NHL history have played more playoff games, Chris Chelios and Nicholas Lidstrom. In those games, Perry scored 64 goals and made 77 assists. That gives him 141 playoff points. The Kings are also working on their defense and goaltending. They already have top defensemen like Drew Doughty, Mikey Anderson, Brant Clark, and Joel Edmondson. Now, they are adding Dumoulin and Ceci to help. Their goalies now are Darcy Kuemper and new player Anton Forsberg. These new players will give the Kings more strength and skill. They also lost a big player this offseason. Vladislav Gavrikov, a defenseman, left the team. He signed with the New York Rangers. His deal was for 7 years and $49 million. The Kings hope that their new players will fill the gaps and help them win more games. Cory Perry brings more than goals. He brings leadership. He brings playoff knowledge. He has played in many Stanley Cup Finals and knows what it takes to win. He was picked in the first round of the 2003 NHL Draft. He played for 14 seasons with the Anaheim Ducks. After that, he played for other teams like the Dallas Stars, Montreal Canadiens, Tampa Bay Lightning, Chicago Blackhawks, and Edmonton Oilers. Now he joins the Kings for a new chapter in his long NHL career. The team is trying to go further in the playoffs than they have in recent years. The last 2 seasons, they were knocked out early. Now, with Perry and other new players, they want to go much further. Cory Perry has shown that he can still play at a high level, even at age 40. He scored 19 goals last season, which is more than some younger players on the team. The Kings now have more balance. They have young players. They have stars. Now, they also have veteran leaders like Cory Perry. Their coach and GM are building a team that they hope can go deep into the playoffs. Perry's signing was not just about skill, it was about winning. The Kings are taking big steps. With the NHL season ahead, fans will be watching to see what Cory Perry and the team do next. His deal may only be for 1 year, but what happens next could make NHL history.
As you said, yeah, it's only been a couple days since the season ended. Take some time to regroup, talk to my agent a little bit and family and all that and make some decisions whenever that time comes, but there's no rush.
Connor McDavid told reporters he wasn't in a rush to talk contracts. Now, weeks later, there's been nothing. With the team in offseason limbo and big names signing elsewhere, McDavid's silence now speaks louder than ever. The Oilers are waiting. The fans are waiting. But the captain still isn't saying anything. McDavid's silence is now a problem. And this silence could change everything for the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid is the captain of the Edmonton Oilers. He is one of the best hockey players in the world. McDavid has played his whole NHL career in Edmonton since the team picked him first in the 2015 NHL Draft. His current contract is an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That deal ends in July 2026. Right now, McDavid still has 1 year left on that contract. He will be allowed to sign a new deal starting on July 1st, 2025. If he does not sign, he becomes a free agent in 2026. That means any team in the league could offer him a deal. But so far, McDavid has not said if he will stay or leave. After the Oilers lost in the 2025 Stanley Cup Final to the Florida Panthers, reporters asked McDavid about his future. He answered, "It's only been a couple days since the season ended. I'm going to take some time to regroup, but there's no rush on anything like that." He also said, "If I feel there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem." That was the last time he spoke about it. McDavid's numbers this season were very strong. He had 74 assists in the regular season. He scored 33 points in 22 playoff games. He had 7 goals and 26 assists. His teammate Leon Draisaitl had the same playoff point total, but McDavid still hasn't said what he will do about his contract. The fans don't know. The team doesn't know. Other NHL teams are now watching closely. Stan Bowman is the general manager of the Oilers. He said, "He's the best player in the league, most important player in the league. He's our captain. He's our leader." Bowman said the team's #1 priority is to keep McDavid. He also said the contract talks will happen when McDavid is ready. But NHL free agency is already moving fast. Teams are signing players. The Oilers have to make choices about who to keep, who to sign, and how to build next season's team. But without knowing what McDavid wants, the team can't plan fully. That has caused a problem. If McDavid leaves, it could be a very big problem. The Oilers have made the playoffs 6 years in a row. They made the Stanley Cup Final 2 years in a row, but they lost both times. Some sports writers are saying McDavid might not want to wait much longer. If he doesn't think the team can win soon, he could decide to go somewhere else. Leon Draisaitl, McDavid's teammate and top scorer, signed a new deal last year. That deal is for 8 years and $112 million. If McDavid stays, he will likely make even more. Some reports say McDavid could become the highest-paid player in the league, but that would mean the team has less money to spend on other players. If McDavid stays quiet much longer, the Oilers could be forced to trade him. They won't want to lose him in free agency for nothing. That's why some experts are saying the team needs to know soon. One article said McDavid's silence is wrecking the Oilers' free agency plans. Jeff Jackson is the CEO of the Oilers. He also used to be McDavid's agent. He said the next season will help decide everything. The team will wait, but not forever. Other teams, like the Toronto Maple Leafs and Florida Panthers, are already being mentioned as possible new homes for McDavid. Right now, every NHL team is watching. If McDavid doesn't say anything by the start of the season, the rumors will grow. Teams will begin making offers. Fans will keep asking questions. Even McDavid's teammates might start to worry. The Oilers had a record of 48 wins, 29 losses, and 5 overtime losses this past season. That was good enough to make the playoffs. They went all the way to the finals but lost to the Panthers in 6 games. McDavid led the team in assists and was one of the top playoff performers in the entire league. But now all of that is in the past. The team needs to know what comes next. Free agents are being signed by other teams. The Oilers can't wait forever. And yet, McDavid says nothing. The pressure is building.